welcome back to my channel. Now I've just finished videoing the i30N and I came down to Milton Keynes to video another kind of car from the Far East, JDM content, the Toyota Supra. Now this car belongs to a friend of mine on Instagram. He's hit me up, we got in touch, thought we'll come out and do a video on one of these things. The reason I'm doing a video on this is that nowadays you get a lot of people that want like 500-600 horsepower or like say a hot hatch. Well, this car back in the day, in the mid-90s, was producing something like about 330 odd horsepower from a stock engine. It's obviously got that legendary 2JZ engine, and from that era hot hatches were producing something like about 130-150 horsepower, and this at the time was a supercar. So let's go and have a look at it. Guys, I hope you enjoyed those cinematics. What we're going to do now is give the car a start up and some revs. So nowadays, you know, it's all keyless. Press a button. This is a key and it goes into there. So gassed right now, you guys probably can't believe it, but a little bit of history behind this car. It's a 97 plate, came to the UK about 4 years ago straight from Japan, so it's a fairly fresh import. It's been tuned quite tastefully, not overly, so it's not producing like something like 1,000 horsepower. This is probably producing something in the region of about 450. So guys, I'm just stuck in a bit of traffic, not ideal when you're in the Supra, so I just thought I'd talk a little bit more about this car in terms of the mods that have been done to this car rather. So it's got the 2JZ GTE VVTi engine, which is mounted to a manual 6-speed gearbox. The power of this car is something in the region of about 450 horsepower given the type of mods it's got. The engine's got hybrid twin turbos. In terms of say the turbo, it's got a blitz boost controller. It's also got a fuel cut-off defender and a speed delimiter as well. Induction wise, it's got a HKS mushroom filter. Just behind the front bumper there and the front mount, you can just see that there's an oil cooler, and it's also got an oil filter relocation kit. The engine's been mounted with a carbon upper front strut brace just to give it that little bit more kind of rigidity in the corners and keep the front down. Suspension wise, it's not stock. It's got BC coilovers and garage VIF bits, adjustable anti-roll bars, so it handles quite well but firm. In terms of brakes, it's got braided brake lines all around, 356mm K, sport 8 pots on the front with 30mm spacers, and on the back they're just the standard 2-pot UK brakes. The exhaust system, it's a Blitz Neo Spec R exhaust. The fuel pump has also been upgraded to a AEM. Interior wise, as you can see, it's got the carbon dash, carbon gear knob, Sparco steering wheel because race car. Alloy wheels, these are the Blitz 003 3-piece split wheels. They're 9.5Js on the front and 11.5 on the rear. Gives you that nice kind of wide stance. Front bumper's been modified. It's again a custom bumper Redux, and it's got these nice kind of carbon fibre canards. Side skirts, typical Supra veil side. The spoiler, that's a TRD half carbon. It's also got like a lip spoiler on the roof. Other carbon bits on the car, you got this exhaust shroud, that's carbon, and the private number plate that reads R Supra just finishes the car off. The occasion today for me to sit in this Supra, it is like a dream come true, because obviously the new Supra is coming out in the next, I don't know, year or so maybe. It is going to be heavily based on the Z4 with the B58 engine that's in my M140i, heavily tuned again I guess. It's not going to feel like this. This is very analog. It's very, you are driving the car basically. There's none of that kind of electronic stuff that I had in that i30 that I was driving earlier on, where you were auto blipping and rev matching and stuff. I'm not really going to drive this car fast because there's not really a huge amount of driving aids in this car. Like I say, it's quite analog. You get so used to driving automatics with all the traction control and stuff like that. This is very analog, and obviously it's not my car, so gotta respect it for that. Gear shift, it has got quite a long throw, but it's precise, which is the key. The car's running on like 18-inch alloy wheels, a little wider on the back, so staggered setup. Semi-slick tyres as well, and on a December day like today, you got to be a little bit careful. They have got quite a bit of temperature in them now, so I guess it makes it a little bit easier to kind of handle and drive. I've got to take this opportunity to give a big shout out to my mate Peter, who's I've known for a little while. I wouldn't say we're best buddies, but we're on Instagram together. I saw this car on Instagram and I thought, you know what, it's got to be the one where I've got to just make an effort to come down and see. When I was saying I'm going to put out some JDM content, you don't get much JDM than this. So this engine, for example, is the 2JZ, but it's the facelift engine, so it's the VVTi with hybrid twin turbos. It's really like responsive. This is a car from like say 20 odd years ago, and again, hardly any turbo lag in this. One thing I've got to say about the Supra is that when this car was around in its heyday, they were quite overly priced, which is why they kind of went out of production quite quick, because nobody could afford them. But ever since that Fast and the Furious movie came out, a 10-second car, and the prices have just rocketed. Try and find one of these now, you're looking at 15-20k for a half battered one, to be honest. Straight road. Driven anything this analog. I mean, I've driven some kind of classic cars on my channel, Z3M, the E30, but this is like to another level. Honestly guys, I am so gassed right now, you don't understand. Even though I drive like say a German car, and I have been for quite a while, I have a real soft spot for JDM. I've probably mentioned a few times, this car used to be on my bedroom wall as a poster. And obviously back then, not many people had them. guys, I'm gonna wrap this video up here. I hope you found this video entertaining, informative if you're looking out for one of these cars, I guess, you know, if you're in the market looking for one of these. Don't forget to check me out on my Instagram, which will come up here, and also my mate Peter, here's his Instagram as well. Hopefully guys, I'll put you a bit of nostalgia from the 90s, and if you're in, say, my kind of age group, I'm sure you probably would have had this car on your bedroom wall as well as a poster. So yeah guys, hopefully I'll see you on the next one. Take care, bye.